This is
Sorry, he did the big clap at the beginning there. Here, show that again. You, yeah, you did that, and now all I can think about is this.
one of the most pathetic displays I've ever seen in my life.
Well, let's see. Video title is Steampunk's Run Damage Control on Steam Deck's Failure, Nintendo Switch 1. Nice like to dislike ratio. You're doing fantastic. But right out of the gate, we're calling something pathetic the most pathetic thing you've ever seen in your life. I mean, we could just scroll through the kinds of content that you make and the kinds of topics that you talk about. You know what they say? People who live in glass houses probably shouldn't pee Winnie the Pooh style with no pants. And take your pants all the way down to pee. You shouldn't do that if you're in a glass house. I'm funny. I'm so funny today. Keep going.
The PC Master Race has kind of exposed itself
Yeah, because we pee Winnie the Pooh style.
as being one of the most ignorant, the lowest, the group with the most double standards. They are the most delusional people in the gaming space.
All right, so we got double standards. We got, I forget what exact words you used, but to paraphrase, you were calling us like entitled. You were saying that we're like pretentious and that we have double standards. That's the big one. So all these reasons mean we're pathetic. Again, Steampunk's Run Damage Control on Steam Deck's Failure, Nintendo Switch 1. But PC guys are the problem here. Okay, let's hear your reasoning, son. Make me proud this time.
They are absolute bottom of the barrel trash. Let's see. I have my shoe here. There's some dirt on the bottom of this.
Where did you reach out? Like, let's look at this angle you took to go get your shoe. You're like, I got my shoe here. And then you took that angle to get your shoe. Where was it? Did you have the shoe on the table, Harman Smith? Was your shoe on the table in front of you? You're going to make a joke right now about how the bottom of your shoe has like dirt on it and like grime and gross PC Master Race fecal matter on the bottom of your shoe. Why'd you put it on the fucking table where you eat? The joke wasn't worth that.
That was the PC Master Race, right there. I just scraped it off, and yeah, I'm gonna clean it up later, and I'm never gonna think about it again, right?
Wait, did you just put it on your foot? Why are you wearing the shoes inside? You just made a point about how dirty the shoes are. Why are you wearing them inside after they were on the table? This isn't how people function.
That is what I think of the PC Master Race. You know, they aren't even worth thinking about. I step all over them every single day.
This is completely unrelated, but look at the jacket in the background. Does that not look like this? Like, tell me these are not the exact same picture.
As a Nintendo fan, right? And they like it. They make videos complaining about me like, please, Harman, please notice me, please step on me some more. And
not really sure who you're talking about here specifically. You might not be talking about anyone specifically, but I mean, generally speaking, if a lot of people are making videos about you and like a lot of people are making videos about the things that you say, maybe you should, take a step back and think about the things that you say. If I was saying things left and right and people were making videos about me left and right and trying to critique the things that I was saying, and I just kept saying that, I don't know what I'm saying, but a lot of people keep yelling at me for it. Maybe there's a reason for that.
they won't stop because they have a humiliation fetish.
Wait, so you keep making videos that keep getting a bunch of people yelling at you, but the other people yelling at you are the ones with the humiliation fetish? That's kind of backwards. It'd be a humiliation fetish if people kept making videos about you and you kept destroying them and just like over and over and over again humiliating them. Then I could see the point for a humiliation fetish, but that's literally the opposite of reality. You make videos and you say things without evidence. You say ridiculous claims, and then people respond to you saying, hey, that's really stupid. And then you keep doing it. No one was even talking about humiliation fetishes until you brought it up, which is, a very specific thing to bring up and something that flies in the face of reality. It's like when you're talking to someone and you're just having a normal conversation, they just casually drop something like, yeah, no, and like, I was hanging out with my buddies the other day, and we've never done butt stuff, but yeah, we went laser tagging. It's like, hang on, rewind that. rewind that. No one was talking about that. Why'd you bring that up?
They cannot, they love the fact that PC gaming is inferior to consoles in every way, shape, and form.
Right, no, that's our favorite thing. My favorite thing about my hobby is the fact that there's a better hobby that I'm choosing not to partake in. You're right, you got me. The only reason I play bass is because I can't ride a unicycle. I mean, busted.
They get excited at the fact that they have to pay $3,000 to get a fraction of the games that come out on Nintendo Switch.
Aren't all the games on Nintendo Switch on PC, though? Like, if they're not officially on PC, they're emulated on PC. Switch emulation is not difficult. So really, like, what games do you have on the Switch that we don't?
On their gaming PCs, right? These are people that will willingly shell out $3,000 for a gaming PC, never use it for anything except watching porn, and then turn around and shill for the Steam Deck. Yes.
Again, this is just a very specific thing to say. Like, that's the second time you've brought up specifically $3,000, and this time we're spending $3,000 just to watch porn. Like, buddy, we were just talking about laser tag. Why'd you bring that up?
After all that talk, all that bravado, all that like gaslighting, these guys spent years and years talking down to the console owners, calling them inferior. Like, I can do everything on the gaming PC. I don't need to buy a console. And what do?
We do everything that you can on a gaming PC, and we don't buy a console. We do the thing that you say we say, which is just a weird way of portraying the opposition. Like you're trying to frame the PC guys as like dishonest gaslighters who are just like a bunch of pathetic losers. And what's the evidence? They did the thing they said they were gonna do. Like, oh, that's a weird criteria for that label. My definitions are out of date, I guess.
They go out and they hype up a console from Valve. Oh no, but it's not actually a console. It's a handheld gaming PC. That's completely different.
Okay, two things wrong here. The Steam Deck is a handheld gaming PC. Like, it is a game. It is a handheld gaming PC. It's more console-like in its operating system and its layout and its distribution. Like, yeah, it's more console-like, but it is a handheld gaming PC. But also, a handheld gaming PC is a console. Oh, it's the same thing. So would you call the Switch a handheld gaming PC? You probably wouldn't, which means they're not the same thing. Right?
Never mind. Never mind. It was just a giant cope. It always was. It was always ridiculous.
I mean, I have a Steam Deck and I really like it. I really enjoy it. Does everything I want it to do, and more. Well, I don't know who was duped by this thing. You get exactly what you pay for with the Steam Deck. And it's a great product. I recommend it.
It was always sad to see, right? But the thing that really gets me, now that we know for a fact that the Steam Deck and all of its direct competitors, other handheld gaming PCs, all of its competitors have sold a whopping 6 million units combined.
Yeah, 6 million units for what is, let's be real, a rather niche product. That's actually very good. 6 million people went out and bought a handheld gaming PC. That is a very good proof of market. They're not astronomical numbers, no, but they were also never meant to be. They were never meant to be hitting mainstream console numbers. Like, it's an enthusiast product. Like, it can be a stepping stone into real big PC gaming. It could be like a convenience thing. It could be your starting point. It could be an accompany point. A lot of people with Steam Decks also have full-size gaming PCs. That's kind of the appeal. Yeah, 6 million people went out and bought a handheld gaming PC. I think those are good numbers. A little reminder of how many people went out and bought the PS Portal, or whatever it's called, the not PSP, the accompany piece that Sony released for the PS5. These are the kind of numbers that the PS Portal put up, and it was allegedly a big success. Just because something didn't sell Nintendo Switch numbers, which of course it never was going to, because it's being marketed to a completely different audience. Just because it didn't put up Switch numbers doesn't mean it was a failure. Valve did exactly what they set out to do. They released a handheld gaming PC, they released a great companion piece to the Steam ecosystem, and they've kickstarted an entire new industry of handheld gaming PCs. This is only going to grow. And if you don't think companies like Nintendo are going to be taking note of what Valve is doing with the Steam Deck, then you are a fool. Of course they're going to take note of what Valve is doing. Because when it comes to innovation in handheld gaming hardware, Valve is kind of the pack leader right now. Not in units sold, but again, that was never the intention.
With all their powers combined, they sold less than the Nintendo Wii U. They sold less than the Nokia N-Gage. The Nokia N-Gage has more street cred than the Steam Deck.
Well, yeah, the Steam Deck is a handheld gaming PC. The Nokia N-Gage is a projectile weapon. Of course, like, they're just different audiences,
And that's crazy to think about. Like, if you look back at how people were talking about the Steam Deck when it first came out, they were telling us that like Nintendo's running for the hills. They won't be able to compete with the Steam Deck's power. They're gonna all the games are coming to Steam Deck.
Okay, now let's be realistic here. Let's be adults here. No one in their right mind thought the Steam Deck was going to make Nintendo run for the hills. I would love to see a single reasonable person make that argument, or evidence that anyone actually did. Because I was in the PC gaming circles when this thing was announced, when this thing was released. I'm in the PC gaming circles now. I don't remember a single person saying this. I do remember people saying that the Steam Deck was going to make Nintendo step up their game with hardware, which I think is pretty undeniably true, because Valve is, again, showing what can be done with handheld gaming hardware, and making it all the more obvious how lazy Nintendo is with their hardware. It's also undeniable that the Steam Deck runs circles around the Switch in terms of power. So where is your problem with this? Is the problem that you don't like that the Steam Deck is actually quite successful and quite a good product? Because it kind of sounds like that's really the only problem here. For you, at least.
Like, this is the most important piece of technology since the iPhone. Quote attributed to Rich Mazzetti, like of Review Tech USA. Like,
I am absolutely positive you're taking him out of context.
That is Masucci of Review Tech USA. What is his last name? I don't know. Well, anyway, Review Tech USA said it, right? So the narrative was that the Steam Deck was stomping Nintendo Switch.
That was never a narrative. The Steam Deck technically does, in terms of technical performance and game performance. It does stomp the Nintendo Switch. The narrative was never that it was stomping it in sales. No one said that. And again, that was never the point of the product anyways.
That this was this hugely successful, popular thing.
It is hugely successful. It is hugely popular. 6 million people bought a handheld gaming PC. That is a massive proof of market.
That it was this huge, huge success story, that Valve was going to be like the next big thing in the space.
I mean, in PC gaming, Valve already is the big thing. They don't need to be the next one. They're already there.
And yet, in reality, and I was saying this like even before the Steam Deck came out, like there was no hope of it ever succeeding.
I mean, that's weird because it did.
And over the years since this thing came out, it became very apparent to me that the Steam Deck was a complete and abject failure. I've talked about this, several times over the years. Like whenever the Steam Deck is in the news, recently it came out that Valve was actually faking their Steam charts list because
Valve is faking the Steam charts list. I gotta hear this. How do you even do that?
When the Switch 2 was announced, the Steam Deck just completely tanked in sales, and so they had to like go into the sales bot and fix it, right?
Yeah, I did some research on this claim. I have no idea what you're talking about. Like I'm looking for this, I cannot find it. All I can find is that the Steam Deck did take a dip in sales after the Switch 2 was revealed because, yeah, obviously, with a new piece of handheld gaming tech in the news and like taking up the headlines, of course, people aren't going to pay as much attention to the Steam Deck. But then after the Switch 2 hype died down, the Steam Deck rose again. I'm not really seeing what that has to do with Valve being manipulative. That kind of just sounds like the market to me.
And I pointed out the fact that like, if something like that is possible, right? If the sales charts can just glitch, that means that everything on Valve's bestseller list is fake.
Okay, but think about this. What motivation does Valve have to fake their charts on Steam? What motivation do they have to fake the charts? They make money either way. Why would Valve feel the need to manipulate the sales charts if they make money on everything regardless? This is what bothers me about you. You always throw these claims out. You don't support them at all. And it's not just that you don't support the claims themselves don't make any goddamn sense because you never ask yourself, why would this make sense? Oh, there's this crazy claim that I have. Oh, there's this crazy thing that I think is happening. Okay, why do you think it's happening? You won't tell us. Why would it make sense for this to be happening? You won't tell us. Oh, Valve is everything on the Steam charts it's all fake. Valve is capable of faking the charts, therefore it's all fake. Newsflash, any owner of any sales chart can manipulate them. And if you're willing to throw out Steam's top seller charts simply because Steam has the ability to change the criteria and the appearance of what's on there, if that's enough for you to dismiss sales charts as a whole, great. Get up on your soapbox and start dismissing Nintendo's digital charts. Like, you realize what you're doing here, right? If you genuinely think this is true, if you genuinely believe that Steam has the motivation and the resources to have fake sales charts, and that's a thing they actively do, you now have to stop using digital sales charts in like all your arguments, because clearly you don't think they have any validity. Are you prepared to do that? Because I don't think you are. This is what I mean. It's not just that Valve has zero motivation to actually do the thing that you're saying that they're doing. Like, you're accusing them of doing something that makes zero sense for them to be doing. It's not just that, but also it's completely logically inconsistent with the rest of the arguments you make. You regularly bring up sales charts in your arguments, but now you're dismissing sales charts as a whole simply because they can be manipulated. Any chart can be manipulated. That's not a reason to completely dismiss them, because in most cases, why would they be manipulated? Who benefits from that?
And I've been suggesting this for a long time, is that, like, you know, looking at the numbers and looking at, like, the narrative online, compared to, like, other games that are way more popular than them, like...
And how do you know the other games are more popular? This is what I'm talking about. How do you know other games are more popular? Oh, because of their position on charts? The thing that you just dismissed? This is what I mean. You can't propose the idea that charts as a whole are untrustworthy and then talk about relative popularity. How do you get relative popularity? Oh yeah, with chart placement. You moron.
I don't think Valve's numbers are real. You know, like Baldur's Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate. Baldo sounds like a parrot. Or wait, no, Balto. The wolf. Baldur's Gate 3.
Was not as popular as was reported by the media.
And it's right back to Baldur's Gate 3. It's right back to Baldur's Gate with you. It's always back to Baldur's Gate. It's always back to Elden Ring. Like, you cannot stand that there are people who like games that aren't on the Switch. And those are the two big ones you always come back to. If you can find any angle to dismiss or like demean Baldur's Gate or Elden Ring, you will take that angle with both of your feet. You will jump over the edge. You will spread your wings and fly. And it always looks really stupid. Like, how did we get from the Steam Deck's sales numbers to Baldur's Gate 3 being artificially popular? Like, how did we get from point A to point B? I don't get this one.
You know, like, it was not some major best-selling thing.
Except it was. We don't need charts for that one. We can just look at numbers. They release numbers. This is what I'm talking about. You were dismissing sales charts and being like, charts can be manipulated. Therefore, Baldur's Gate 3 wasn't actually successful. But well, we know Baldur's Gate 3 was successful because we don't need charts. We have actual numbers. So now are you saying that the numbers can't be trusted? Nothing can be trusted? What a wonderful analytical world you live in where literally nothing can be trusted except what you say without evidence. How convenient that is for your channel.
But Valve helped this illusion that it was. You know, Valve kept up this illusion that Steam Deck was popular and successful.
Again, what motivation does Valve have to lie about these things? What motivation do they have to lie about it? Also, if they were trying to lie about whether or not the Steam Deck was successful, why would they release sales numbers at all? Better question, if they were trying to lie and convince you and dupe you into thinking that the Steam Deck was successful when it wasn't, why would these be the numbers they released? Again, you don't think about why anything is being said.
So now that the cat is out of the bag, now that we have like some, you know, legit analysts going in and like looking at the actual numbers and like
Also, I thought analysts and journalists couldn't be trusted 5 seconds ago. They couldn't be trusted with the Steam charts. They couldn't be trusted with the sales of Baldur's Gate 3, but they can be trusted with the sales of the Steam Deck because that's what's convenient to you right now. That's cool.
releasing these shocking claims, people are backpedaling. Like, oh no, the Steam Deck was never supposed to compete with the Switch.
It wasn't.
It wasn't. It's in its own market.
It is.
It's not. It's its own thing. Like, after all of that bluster, all of that coping, all of that like ranting and raving, attacking Harman Smith, all of that like now that the entire narrative has crumbled, now that we know the Steam Deck has failed, oh no, it wasn't ever competing with the Switch.
Okay, the Steam Deck has not failed. Valve is very happy with the Steam Deck numbers. They're going to keep making Steam Decks, and the Steam Deck was never meant to be a direct competitor to Nintendo. All of these things are true. None of these things are narratives. This is all just reality. Please go outside.
This is just a gigantic cope.
How are there still 3 minutes of this video? Like, how am I only 2/3 through this thing?
The reality is Valve cannot compete in the hardware space. It gets outperformed by other pieces of hardware. They cannot compete in the software space.
Wait, hang on, go back. Valve gets beaten out by other pieces of hardware. Right, which is true. There are more powerful handheld PCs. But who was pushing that competition? Who started the trend? Valve. Why would there be competition and more powerful hardware, people wanting to make competing pieces of hardware? Why would that be happening if the initial piece of hardware wasn't successful? Why Harman Smith, why do you say anything?
Because they can't keep up with what Nintendo and what other better, superior Japanese developers are doing.
Wait, so now it's back to software? The software that we can get on the PC? Because emulation, I'm done. I'm done with this one. I'm done with this one. I can't do this one anymore. I've been recording for too long and I just can't do it anymore. So we're gonna... Oh my golly. Okay, we're just gonna start doing the Doofus Club shoutouts now. We're gonna do the Doofus Club shoutouts. Hooray, Doofus Club shoutouts. I'm gonna piss everywhere. It drives me nuts. Wild Gamer 3001, Sad You Freighter, MK2396E, Firestorm 2056, Madrox 3030, Madrox 2682, Henthai, X Machina Gamma, One Man Riot, Joe's Basement is nice, only an AC is missing, at Omega Gava P, Fire Hazard 105, Ultima Jack, Epion 504, EK, and Gupta, Binary Deviant, Zombie Fan, if you read this, you gay, Klepto Penguin, Raptor 1, B7 Ninshi, Partial Mean 8, GWXSS, Doom Kaiju, Rasp the Wolf, Evan Code, OK Toodles, Tech Gaming, Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, Really Zero Gaming with Dead People, Bender, Fawn, Poo Poo, pays for Joe's next fursuit with 99 cents. All games video, Neon Alec except backwards, Max Killer V2 Gaming, Biscuit 1101, Professor Twinkle Nips, McP Stones, Horizon Forbidden West Remastered, Pope Raphael the Rat King, Jessica Shepard, Joe Est Un Puntain Dil Poyolo Hon Beg. That was not French. That's not even a little bit French, what I just read. Riki Spiral, Riki Tiki Tabby Muskie, Techmanics, you're hucking the ball around with your pals the other day. Kareem the Steel Angel, Joe Mama will steal your liver in 14 days. That should be 12. It's 12 days now. Smash Jump, Sergeant Jason Bond, Baron Von Vaterham, the Silver Dragon, Cyrus failed the homework, admonish me, Joe. Forgot to cancel and now can't afford a motorcycle, Drew Texkin 940, Sensor Nakage, Joe, shut up, stop talking. Okay, you can continue now. Hanoka's #1 Saudi fan, Creed Warrior 23, Max Chev, will we ever get XCOM 3? Chap, Totally Insane, Vendetta Autry, Black Cobra, Non Voila, Voxel, The Night of Cypher, Cloaked Onyx, Nedox, Reborn Me with the fan art, Nick, NL04, I own 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray with the fan art, Alex's Chocolate Factory, Choreographer, Wolf of Midnight, Sick Rider, I almost said Stick Cunt. Because Stick Rider and the Cunt Connoisseur. I almost said Stick Cunt. The Cunt Connoisseur, Pig Venus, Kev Dog 1992, Steve Wynn Studios, Phil McCracken, The Beastums, OM Gaming, Tariq Brown, Tom from Spokane, Hero Culture, Thornskin, Maganex, Severin Evans, Mr. Spawning 03, It's the Catalina Frickin' Wine Mixer, Pow Pow, Y Trouble, Donnie Weston, Nick Donegan, Gob Gobson, Rogue Winter 919, Bobby Hinner 2, Grims at Whoa, how did you How'd you guys do that? Grimsy, Ketchcha, Hangman for Hire, El Don, whoa, fuck, El Nodal, El Noble de Nodal Lunthino, Edge Knight 1789, I Killed Heroic, Ragnaros on 25 man, Frost Crystal, Jimmy Chops, Biogenesis, I Camp, So Ian in Action, Fly P Pingus 97, Michael Musical, Manga Key, Kushka, the Scruffy Skull, Ghost Ho, Ryusagi, to Jojo 6, Fast Growth, M Tango, Raptor Tim, Almost F94, Blue Hook, Joe, is the Tupperware still available to be sent? Oh my god, help me, the wasps have begun to attack. Snorlaxon, does Joe have a piss fetish? Joey Breeze, the almond god, the gray hairs in Joe's head because he's old. Demetrius Papazurunum, the advertisement, Diego Garcia, the doofiest name I've ever seen in my life. Kimmikins, Boofner, I American Idiot, Rebel Blood 80, Antoine Horton, Joe didn't plug the Discord. Darth I just did. I did. Discord.gg slash doofus. Fuck. Discord GG slash doofus.
Darth Muffin, you didn't change my mind, Joe. The mic quality changed for those two because those two's audio corrupted for some reason. I don't know why, so I had to do it again.
Oh no, it's Justin Randroy. Miley Cyrus is better than any punk song. Bloodline, Extreme Wolf 7, Joey Scoops, Puddin' Joe Taco. I'm asking you once again to try the finals, Joe. We now need the slow-mo guys to film Joe doing the Doofus Club. Wannabe Hobo Jidge, Joe, that quad kill on Dust 2 at Long in that CSGO 2 vid was hot. I think it says hot. Billet 310 Char, Rob C, I am Veg, the Groovy Banana, Kurt Nallens back, the Scrum Master, Joe, Mary Joe, Miss, and a happy C New Year. Older. Good golly. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh, oh, gee, oh, boy. I'm so sorry I did that. Oh, my God. This is a long one. This one always takes it out of me. These always take it right out of me. Okay. We're gonna call it there. We're gonna call it there. I'm gonna eat this muffin. Okay, toodles.